Hey everybody, it's Dr. Ashley, pediatric emergency mom. If you're new to this series, welcome. This is Conversations with Kids, and today I'm going to be talking a little bit about social media. And again, this is a huge topic to cover, like so many of these topics are. So we'll just be hitting some of the high points and then taking a deeper dive. A reminder, I will probably always be wearing my Mr. Rogers sweater here, and there will always be chaos and mess in the background, and you will probably hear my dogs bark at least once, probably more than once. So talking to kids about social media, I really feel strongly about this, and I think that there's not a time that's too early. I think that we should start talking to them about this from a very young age. I mean, obviously they see us looking at our phones, they hear things, right? They hear about Facebook from us older parents, I guess. They hear about Instagram, Snapchat, TikTok, all of those things. Do I think kids should have their own social media accounts? Absolutely not. That's a whole separate video that I'm gonna do. But just talking about it from an early start, I think is very important. So they know what some of the different platforms are, what is on some of the different platforms. And so this is a very controlled conversation, right? That you are controlling the information that they get. Because again, when they go to school, they're going to be hearing things from kids. I mean, some of you would probably be shocked to know how many young kids have social media accounts. And so even if you're thinking like, I don't have to talk to my 7-year-old about this, or my 8-year-old about this, you should already have started talking about it. I do know a couple of kids that age that do have some social media accounts. Now, if parents have accounts for their kids, like I have an Instagram page that's my kids, but I control it. It's private. It's for my kids, and it's just funny pictures of them. But as far as them having their own account and something that they have complete access to, absolutely not. But talking about the different platforms, talking about the content on the platforms, talking about the algorithms, this is really important as well, especially when it comes to teenagers. And talking about the dangers of social media. This is a direct link for your child to the outside world. If they're left on a public setting and not set to private and not really locked down or monitored. And so talking to kids early on about these things, there are some really eye-opening and horrifying articles and research that are out there regarding especially TikTok and teenagers and that algorithm that gets presented to them. And a lot of the algorithm that they end up down these rabbit holes include mental health, suicide, eating disorders, body dysmorphia, all of these kind of topics. And so recently, in a couple of states, there is legislation out there that will say that teenagers cannot have access to social media accounts without their parents' legal consent or signed consent until age 18. So at age 18 they can, but not before that time. And I think it's a good move. I really do. Parents should know what's going on with their kids and what's going on their phones. And as far as what age to let them have a phone, again, that's another that's a big topic, right? The other thing about social media, and something that you don't think of as social media, but I think should be lumped into that, is YouTube. And even if your kids are watching YouTube Kids and you think, oh, well, it's fine, YouTube Kids, this is safe, it's really not. So YouTube Kids is not filtered very well, and occasionally, or pretty frequently, an inappropriate video will sneak in there. And it also leads these kids down an algorithm, kind of a rabbit hole of videos that may not be appropriate for them. And in YouTube, right, if you click on videos, there is commenting and there can be interactions on that platform as well between your child and somebody else. And so, you know, it's a fine line to walk, because now there's also, it feels like as parents, like we can't ever win, right? We can't catch a break. But if you really restrict your kids and their screen time, that may end up having a detrimental effect, and kids may overindulge in screen time, kind of like you know, if a kid is not allowed to have any candy, any sugar, any refined anything at home, and then they go to a friend's house where that is available, you know, and then they just go nuts. And so that's some of the newer research that's out, and I'll be touching on that. But so it is like, you know, give them a little bit, but have that be a short leash and really be in control of what they have access to, and having open dialogue to say, you know, I've caught my kids before. They're watching one YouTube video. I walk out of the room, I come back in, and I'm like, what is this that you're watching? And then we'll sit down and have a conversation. Hey, this is why that's inappropriate. Let's just talk about this. I don't want you guys to feel like you're going to get in trouble if you think you can't come to me with these things, right? Let's talk about it. Let's have these open conversations. So again, this is a huge topic to cover, but we'll take it one bite at a time, right? We'll take it one bite at a time and talk about how we talk to our kids about social media. All right, I cannot believe the dogs didn't bark. They made a liar out of me. Anyway, hope y'all have a great rest of your day. Bye.